that you are getting the selling rate of your bank. And if your till is showing that that is the rate that you are using, there should be no problems whatsoever with the law enforcement agent, be they police, be they FI. And I think that is something that will make very clear. The issue of small denomination notes. I did say yesterday when I met the transport operators that as we speak right now, we've got 55 million zinc in circulation. This is more than the amount that was in circulation when we had bonds. We have issued 1 zinc, 2 zinc, 5 zinc, 10 zinc, and 20 zinc. The question I want to ask to your members, Mr. Kudakwashe, if you gone to your bank and said, I want float exchange, because my knowledge of supermarkets is that we should have a float. It's different from the combi operators we were talking to yesterday, because the combi operators will say, I get given a car and I'm told to go and come back with money. So when I got into the road, I don't have any float. But with supermarket, you can't operate without a float. If you go to your bank and said, I want 100,000 zinc, 1 zinc, 2 zinc, 5 zinc, and they say they don't have. Because I have evidence that banks are sitting on zinc coins for which they are not takers. We met the banks last week and they said we are sitting on the money because they are not takers. So who is not telling the correct story? Have we gone to the banks and they say, if we have gone to the banks and they say they haven't got, then let us know. We can intervene and say, which is your bank? We'll give your bank exactly the zinc coins that you want. Because we don't import coins. We are minting coins in Zimbabwe. If you are asking for 1 million zinc tomorrow, it takes us 2 days to mint a million zinc worth of coins. So it's not a problem for us if there is demand for that. But we are in a situation where I can tell you branch by branch, bank by bank, how much money they are sitting in their funds. Yet I'm hearing from you that there is a shortage of these notes.
As we delve into the intricacies of these issues, it is our intent to foster a dialogue that is both constructive and conducive to the successful adoption of the zinc currency. And this document is informed by a survey encompassing a wide array of major retail players and reflects the operational challenges they face daily. The issue of liquidity and the demand for US dollars. Currently, I should report to you, Governor, that formal retail and wholesale is in a very bad space because currently 80% of the sales are in zinc and 20% in USD. Unfortunately, the supply chain is indicating a different scenario where 85% of the procurement is currently done in USD and 15% in the local zinc. So that has also posed a great danger of viability for the majority of formalized channel players. It is also quite critical to also highlight the impact of the informal sector. The supply chain currently favors to distribute goods and services through the informal channel for the purposes of tracking the US dollar. They have indicated that while, Governor, you were unequivocal in your statement that any invoice that you may take to any local bank for the purposes of meeting your import requirements is going to be met with USD, sufficient USD from the local banks. Governor, the picture that has been painted does not actually point towards that direction, because currently most retailers, wholesalers, manufacturers and suppliers have indicated that they are actually struggling to access US dollars from the local financial services sector.
Is that we have embraced ZIG, I think, more than any other sector across the economy. Most of the formal channel retailers and wholesalers sales today are 80% in ZIG and 20% in local currency. Unfortunately, at the procurement level, 80% is USD and 20% is ZIG. So that is actually a glitch on the market, because it is affecting day-to-day procurement patterns of formal channel retailers and wholesalers. Some suppliers and manufacturers are choosing to distribute through the informal channel, where it's 100% USD. Unfortunately, again, our enforcement is more concentrated on the formal stores, formal retailers, formal wholesalers, and it leaves out largely the informal market, which is currently enjoying the benefits of having not formalized the businesses. And we are quite happy with this dialogue, because the governor agreeing to meet with the retailers and wholesalers is something that is quite significant. It's actually in line with His Excellency President Mnangagwa's engagement and re-engagement. Dialogue is the only way that we can come up with possible solutions that we wish. I also have received quite a number of numerous concerns and complaints by the northern region, the southern region retailers and wholesalers, especially the semi-formalized, who are actually complaining that the issue of, there are some rogue elements that have taken advantage of the enforcement exercise on exchange rate. They walk into various of these tools purporting to be police officers, and yet most of them may not be police officers, because they say they are CIDs, but they may not be CIDs, and eventually threatening to confiscate or threatening to arrest and so forth, and at the end of the day demanding some bribes from the entrepreneur. So it is also one key issue that we also raised with the governor. The issue of the exchange rate, I think it was clarified by the governor that we can apply our bank selling rate, because at enforcement, I think there has been a gap where enforcement is quite insisting on the mid rate. So the clarity that has been issued and given by the governor is something that will also give comfort to the market.